Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, and as you can see from the title of this video, we have to talk about the event decorator for Britt Eady's disastrous event at a country club in the Atlanta area for the most recent episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, the event decorator is calling Britt out, and she wants her money, okay? Now, before we get into this story, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. So, shout out to Bravo Snarkside for this story. I believe I was like finishing up at the gym when I saw it, and so I like messaged it to myself so that I could read it and really focus on it. And then I saw where Kempire was all over it. Shout out to him. I love Kempire. So Britt Eady, let me just say, she is having the worst freshman season of a reality TV show that I have ever seen. I thought Tiffany Whitlow from Love and Marriage Huntsville had a horrible first season when she talked about Maurice Scott's son and his alleged behavior at school. Oh no, Britt Eady beats Tiffany Whitlow by far. She is having a horrible first season. She is a turnoff to so many viewers. Everyone is trying to manifest this being her last season in the comment section. On any article on Instagram that is about Brit Eady, there's so many people typing, may this be her last season. They are trying to manifest it, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if they all have journals at home and they are writing that as well. But let's just get into the story because it is good. Okay, Britt Eady called out by an event decorator after Britt blamed her for messing up the event on screen. Now, if you've watched the most recent episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, then you know that Britt Eady was having an event for her bare and naked undergarments line, and it's meant for people who have like cosmetic surgery, and the garments are to help your body recover from the procedure. This is what I gathered from listening to Britt talk in the episode. So the cringe part was it was at this beautiful country club. However, Britt, and this is just my opinion, Britt, because food does cost money. So it appeared as though you only paid for the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta to eat. Meanwhile, the event was open and there were several people coming in. They were dressed up and they were not served any food. Britt, to cover her behind for not paying for the guest, she said that the decorator put out the plates and the menus at all the other seats, getting people hungry, thinking that they were going to be fed. And she blamed on the decorator, calling her the event planner. And so in this post that I'm going to read to you all, the decorator is going to distinguish herself as just the decorator, not an event planner. And she's going to definitely spill some tea. So here we go. And shout out again to the Bravo Snarkside. So she writes, hi, I'm Bella. I want to address my appearance on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, where I decorated an event for Britt Eady. As the event decorator, I fulfilled everything I was asked to do and more. However, some behind the scenes details weren't shown. I want to be clear, I was not responsible for the food. Brittany asked me to design a menu based on her selections, and the restaurant was in charge of providing and serving it. Secondly, the venue was not available for private use. The club was open and operating, and me and my team arrived early, not late, and was moved around due to production, lighting, etc., all things that were out of our control. We overdid our job. She chose to serve small bites due to budget constraints, which she confirmed in a message. I had no control over food quantity or service as I'm not an event planner or caterer. My role was strictly decor. I offered input on setup, including the use of high top tables and styling the dining table, which she approved. Lastly, any claims that I overcharged or misled anyone are false. I wasn't even fully compensated for my job and was still in dispute about my balance. There's a clear difference between an event decorator and an event planner. Confusing the two unfairly shifts blame. And then she tagged the Real Housewives of Atlanta, hashtag ATL, hashtag event decor, hashtag florist. And she also tagged Bravo TV. So I feel like the reality TV gods, they are shining on all of us viewers of RHOA because they have not yet filmed the reunion. Andy is starting to collect your questions. You can tweet Andy Cohen your questions over on X, and he wants you to shout out, where you're from. So she tagged Bravo TV. Bravo, Bella. Bravo. She tagged the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Bravo. And hopefully Andy will bring this up at the event. Between Drew, between Shamia, and between Kelly and good old Angela, I am sure that they will address this post. And we'll have to see what excuse Britt comes up with. I feel like, girl, just come clean. Say, you didn't have it because that was a country club. So we already know that's expensive, okay? And you only fed, like, how many women was that? So it was literally Portia, Shamia, Angela, Kelly, Drew, Britt, and Cynthia. So I'm counting 7 women. Maybe the plates, do you think they were like $100 a plate? If they were $100 a plate, that's just 700. Maybe they're a little bit more than that. But super duper tacky. Why couldn't you just have like hors d'oeuvres for the rest of the guests? I don't know, but Bella is very eloquent in her written communication. And she made it clear that she has not been fully compensated for decorating for the event. She made it clear that she is not an event planner. She just provides the decor. And that Britt asked her to design a menu based on her selections for the food, but it was the restaurant at the country club that was in charge of serving the food. So if Britt did not specify, oh girl, I just need 7 menus, and you just put them at this table, it sounds like Britt didn't come clean and say that, I just need the menus for the cast of the show. Because she was probably too ashamed to admit something so tacky. And then Bella says that the venue was not for private use, but the country club was open. And so she and her team were able to get there early, and that, because the women were asking Britt, what is this event? They were overall confused. And Britt was trying to deal with their confusion by saying, yeah, the event planner was late. But she said, no, we were there early and production moved us all around. So Britt totally used this young lady as a cop out for all of the flaws of her event. So I think that sucks, and it's unfair to play with a business owner's image and reputation as if she is tardy for events that she's hired for, that she doesn't listen or follow instructions. That's definitely not fair to her. I'm glad that she watched the episode. I'm glad that she addressed it in a timely manner, and I'm glad that they have not yet filmed the reunion. And I am hoping, fingers crossed, toes crossed, that it does get brought up at the reunion as well. And Angela Oakley, baby, you know you do your job well, honey. I am depending on you to bring this up just in case Andy doesn't. We can't really depend on Andy, you know what I'm saying? So, Angela, I am depending on you. All right. So, what do you all think about this? I feel like Britt, oh my gosh, like I hope she's one and done as well. But NBC, Universal, Bravo, they have so many pending lawsuits. I could totally see them giving her another season just in case she tries to sue. They can tell a judge, we did not punish her for threatening this lady, Kenya Moore, with a pow pow. In fact, we fired Kenya, kept her, and gave her an additional season. I could totally see Bravo doing that, but I'm hoping she is one and done. I'm hoping she is one and done. There's like a negative energy attached to Brit Eady. She gives more love in Mary Huntsville. She could be right. That's just a 3-hour drive. She could fit right on in with them negative people down there. That's what I think is more her audience. Her not audience, her vibe, her crew. Some people say she should go on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Oh my gosh, they would eat her alive. But yeah, go for it. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. Definitely check out my other videos that I made tonight, including DMX's memorabilia being auctioned off and his family does not like it, as well as 45/47. He is pardoning the Chrisleys. I made a video about that as well. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.